Hello everyone, welcome to this event, which we're doing, if you like, a take two of. This is about delivering RMPS national qualifications remotely and online, but we're conscious that not everybody was able to make the event that we did on Tuesday, the 9th of March. So the four presenters have got together and put our sections together for you. And hopefully you'll find that a useful way to engage in the event as if you had actually been there. Just to say that all the websites that were referred to in the chat and that Brian and Kirsty referred to are on the RMPS National Teachers Network Teams area. So have a look at those and those will take you to a whole world of interesting insight about remote and online learning. Just to introduce myself, I'm Joe Walker. I'm Senior Education Officer at Education Scotland. I have responsibility for RMPS and RERC and philosophy and sociology and psychology. I'm joined today by Senior Education Officer Kirsty McFaul. Kirsty is Senior Education Officer with responsibility for technologies and digital and a whole raft of things in Education Scotland. Brian Clark is also a Senior Education Officer at Education Scotland. Brian's got the technical computing science background, so he's our technical whiz for the day. And we've also got joining us today Steph White, who is an RMPS teacher in Fife, and Steph's going to give us that very, very valuable insight into the kind of ways that she's been delivering remote learning, and I suppose the things that have been working really well and the things that have been a wee bit more challenging. So Kirsty's going to give us a little bit of an introduction to a couple of things around the national e-learning offer. Brian's then going to do that technical wizardry, and then Steph's going to give us that practitioner view. So I'll pass over to Kirsty now.
Great, and hopefully you can see my shared screen, so that's good. It's got a red line around it, so we'll just say yes on that one. So what we thought was useful was just to make sure, yes, today's session is about delivering content, but this we thought was useful to just point you in the direction of where you could find some content if you were looking for content as well. And what we'll do and what we'll share is the link to the National e-learning offer page on the National Improvement Hub, where you can find all of this, and I'm just going to take you through that page. So within the National e-learning offer, it's a partnership between Education Scotland, eSchool, ADES and Scottish Government, and there's three kind of parts to that offer that's there. There's the live sessions, which are predominantly offered by eSchool. There's the resource side, the recorded sessions and other resources that you can access, which we'll go into in a minute. And then there's the professional learning, which is predominantly delivered by digilearn.scot. And hopefully if you were attending these webinars, you probably found the webinar on digilearn.scot, so hopefully you're aware of that. But if not, we'll put the link in and share you how to get to those, and so you can have a look at digilearn.scot in a little bit more detail. So I'm just going to click on the middle one here, resources for practitioners, and there's a few different areas within here. There's the West OS, which is video content, and you access this via Glow. You can check that little list there that says the list of local authorities that are signed up to this. Most are signed up to that now, but there's still a few waiting to just get pulled into that. So you can either check the list, or if you log into Glow and search for the West OS tile, if you get it, that means you've got access. Otherwise, you're possibly just waiting a little bit longer for that access. The second part is the supported resources, and I'm going to come back to that in a second, as well as getting involved. But down at the bottom here, we've got Scotland Learns, which is a publication that's been going out since around about May last year, May-June time last year, which includes resources for health and wellbeing, numeracy, literacy, and some interdisciplinary activities in there as well. So if you've not had a look at that, please go and have a look there as well, predominantly for PGE. and particularly primary in there, but there might be some things that are of interest in there. And then the one at the bottom there is the more curriculum support side of things, and that's the wakelets that actually we're just about coming to exactly a year since we published those, and those wakelets, and that's from all the different curriculum areas with really quick links to resources which you might be aware of, but some that you might not, and they're being updated all the time, so it's worth keeping an eye on those. And those are hosted on digilearn.scot just now as well. So back to the supported resources in here then, I'm going to just click on this so that you can see what that looks like. This takes us to a blog, a really quite simple blog, where at the moment the most of the resources are within the NQ section, and if you look in here, there's links to all the different national qualifications that have resources, have had resources curated for them. So this really was pulling together resources that we know that are already out there. And by clicking on whatever one of these NQ subjects that we have there, you're taken to a spreadsheet really with all the links in there moving forward. And so nice, quick and easy way to do that in there. There's at the moment, there isn't anything for RMPS in there, but I know Joe's really keen if there's people interested in that they get in touch, and I will click back on here. So that's this little get involved. If you don't have a direct line to Joe, you can click on the please get in touch here, and you can say that you're interested in getting involved in the curation of resources in there as well. So that's a quick run through of what's on offer as part of the National eLearning offer. Okay, so we'll make sure you have that link to the National eLearning offer, and I'll hand over to Brian.